Okay, so today we're going to talk about subtraction with regrouping, and you can see on the right side of the screen that I put a little picture of a rhyme I like to use when I regroup. It says, more on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get some more. So the first thing that I always do is I ask myself, I look at the ones place first, which are these two numbers. This is the ones place, this is the tens place. So I look at the number on the top in the ones place. It says more on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get some more. So here, obviously there's a 1 and a 3, so there's more on the floor. So I'm going to go next door to my neighbor in the tens place, and I'm going to borrow a whole group of 10 from my neighbor. So that means that I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark out this 2 because we're borrowing a whole group of 10. So it's not a 2 anymore. Now it turns into a 1. And I borrowed a group of 10, so I have to bring that group to the ones place. I'm going to mark out this 1. It's not a 1 anymore. If I borrowed a group of 10, I'm going to say 10 plus the number that was already there. So 10 plus 1 equals 11. So 11 is my new number. Now if I check, I have 11 on top and 3 on the floor. So there's more on top. Now I can say 11, take away 3, and I can write my answer. So 11 minus 3 is going to be 8, and then I move to my tens place. So in the tens place, I have a 1 on the top, 1 on the floor. If they're the exact same, you just go ahead and subtract. You don't have to do anything. So 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. So my answer is just going to be 8. All right, let's do another problem to practice. All right, so keep that rhyme in mind. Okay, let's do 44 minus 19. All right. Now, if I look at my problem, I'm going to start with the ones place again. I have a 4 on top, a 9 on the floor. Is there more on the top or the floor? So the floor is larger, so I need to go next door, get some more. I'm going to borrow a group of 10 from this 4. So it's not a 4 anymore. Now it has to turn into a 3 because I'm borrowing a whole group of 10. So that 4 is a 3. And I'm bringing the whole group of 10 to the ones place. So 4 plus 10 is going to be 14. Now if I check my numbers, I have 14 on the top, 9 on the floor. So more on the floor, no need to stop. More on the top, no need to stop, sorry. So 14, take away 9 is going to be 5. And then I move to the tens place. I have a 3 on the top and a 1 on the floor. 3 take away 1 is going to be 2. So my answer would be 25. All right, let's do one more and look at what it looks like when you have to regroup more than one time. So if you have a 3-digit number, a bigger number, let's say I have 400, let me undo that and change that to black. Let's say I have 422 minus 186. All right, so the same rules are going to apply, except we have to do it 2 times now because I have a 3-digit number. So I'm going to start with the ones place again. I have a 2 on top, 6 on the floor. There's more on the floor. I need to go next door and get some more. So I'm going to borrow a group of 10 from this 2. It's no longer a 2. Now it's a 1. And I'm bringing that whole group of 10 to the ones place. So 2 plus 10 is going to be 12. So now if I check my numbers, 12 on top, 6 on the floor. more on top, no need to stop. 12 minus 6 is going to equal 6. Now I need to look at my tens place. In the tens place, I don't have that 2 anymore. Remember, it changed to a 1. So I have a 1 on the top and an 8 on the floor. I have more on the floor, so I need to go next door and get some more. So I've got to do this again. I'm going to go to the hundreds place now and borrow from this 4. So this isn't a 4 anymore. Now it's going to be a 3. So I'm going to change that to a 3. I'm going to add that group to the 1. There's a 1 here. 1 plus 10 is 11, right? So now instead of a 1, it's going to be, why is this not writing? It's going to be an 11. So now I can subtract my tens place. I have 11 on top, 8 on the floor. There's more on top, no need to stop. 11 take away 8. I'm going to write my answer, which is 3, and then I'm going to move to my hundreds place. So in my hundreds place, I have a 3 on the top, a 1 on the floor. More on the top, no need to stop. 3 take away 1 is going to be 2, so I'm going to write that here, and my answer is going to be 236.